All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Excited to have Deann with me as always. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm happy to get to be on here with you doing personal ones. We haven't done that for a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I always enjoy when we're able to make time together. And I mean, we talk a lot outside of YouTube, but it's always nice when we can do a show together. So
We can read together. I got me a new pendulum.
that was
It's a
beautiful.
hematite
Ooh, I
one.
I always carry hematite on me when I do these kind of shows just to keep me nice and grounded during them. So
Is it hematite or hematite? I thought it was
hematite, I think. I think I said it weird too.
I know.
Hematite.
I didn't. I wasn't sure if it was hematite, but I know it's supposed to be good for grounding, and I thought I
Yes.
need that. So
Yeah, I keep it in my pocket, but I have this little sphere and it's just like instantly just it's like
hmm,
magnetic almost. And we're sorry we're running late. We had some issues with some tech stuff, so I
my
think we're all
sound.
good now. Gotta love Mercury retrograde. So tonight me and Deann are gonna be doing some personal mini readings. So if you have any questions, go ahead and write them in the chat, all caps, a couple heart emojis. Um, Me and Deann will get to as many as possible. I have to make a statement because last time I did personal readings, somebody was upset because they sent their question in at the beginning, and we didn't get to it. But I don't draw my questions in any specific order. I kind of feel like the questions that are meant to be answered will be answered, and I kind of just pull them randomly. Me and Deann will both take turns pulling them. If we don't get to your question, I'm sorry, but I always tell people to go in with an open mind, and maybe you'll get an answer to your question or guidance that you need through somebody else's questions. So we don't
Yep.
guarantee that we get to everybody's questions. Um, let's all just be respectful. And even if we don't get to your question, let's have a good time. I don't do well when people want to, um, throw a bit of a fit. That's the quickest way to get you blocked and to not get your question answered. So just wanted to throw that out there. Me and Deann enjoy doing this to give back to everybody. We can't possibly get to everyone. So is there anything that you want to share?
Me? Oh no, not at all. Just starting the questions. They're coming on pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and we won't be doing any political questions tonight. So I don't like mixing and going back and forth between the two. I would rather just do one or the other. So we got a lot of people sending questions too. So getting those started. Deann, you're our guest. Do you want to be the first one to pick a question? I kind
All
of will
right.
just go through the start and just kind of roll it up and down and ask Spirit to lead what questions meant to be answered tonight.
Before I do, I just wanted to tell Roxanne,
Wow.
thank you, thank you, thank you, my new member. So I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you joining. I just seen that today and did a video for you guys.
Yeah.
So Jay Roberts wants to know if there's any words from his guides.
All right. Jay Roberts. And we're streaming from both mine and Deann's channel tonight. So if you could do us all a favor, hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed to both of our channels, Kevin Loving Vibrations, Deann's Shield Maiden Tarot. We would appreciate any love and support that you can give us.
Yep, you're almost to eight. Is it how many thousands are you almost up to now? Eight?
I'm last time I checked, I think I was one subscriber away from 8,500. So,
All
and
right.
it's been a bit crazy since my show with Susan Lynn. A lot of people reaching out for readings and Reiki, which is awesome. Oh, geez.
Hmm. Okay, Jay Roberts, I don't know what's going on with you, but you've got the Four of Swords here. So it's looking to me like you could use a bit of a rest and some
Mm,
recuperation, and a little bit of time alone, just some time to think. You got the wake up call. You're about to discover your life's purpose. So something's coming in that you're intuitively feeling but I think you need to meditate and rest on it. Right now, you've been kind of restless. And so you've got to find a way to calm your minds. I feel like that's causing some delays too for something that you're wanting, because you're just, the bottom of the deck, I got the Hermit, which can be sadness or feeling sorry for yourself or feeling rejected, which could be causing delays. So something's happening that's going to be have to do with your life purpose. They're telling you not to think so much about it. You need to take some time and contemplate and meditate on it. So that's what I got.
It's interesting with the four of swords and the Hermit. Those are definitely like, this is a time to go within and figure some things out, rest and recharge. And I kind of got some similar energy with a couple cards I threw for you, Jay Roberts. I'm feeling that you're feeling a little bit stuck, or feeling like you're at a crossroads, unsure of which path to go forward with. And really right now it feels like it's a time for review and analyzing. So I would agree with that statement of going within and really figuring out, what path do we want to go on? I'm not sure if there's some recovery or healing going on right now. It feels like it's a really healing time for you. And so it feels like it's meant to be a little bit less active and a little bit more introspective and healing, and figuring out things. But I do feel like going into the future, I have the Empress, which is like the mother of the tarot, and also, birthing new opportunities for yourself and creating things. It's a good manifesting card. So it feels like taking that step back and planning, I think, is going to be really beneficial for you to manifest whatever you're looking for. I hope that helps, Jay Roberts. I feel like things are going to turn around soon. I feel like there's some good news heading your way soon.
Thank you, Robin. Lisa Rosenberg, for the...
Oh, thank you, Robin.
I don't know if that's super sticker. I forget which ones they are.
Yes, and thank you for that point, Viviani. Please be present in the chat for your reading. Yes. If you're going to send a question, please make sure you're here so that we're doing readings for people in the chat that are watching, so we're not skipping people that are here watching for it. All right, my turn. We already have 50 questions started, so.
Yeah. So we'll have to be quick.
Mm-hmm. And Viviani, I would love a message from my spirit team, please, and thank you. All right, Viviani.
Well, I got, Viviani, the King of Swords for you. And so I feel like it's telling me that you're a really intelligent, you're a smart person, and you're a head over heart kind of person. It says pretty soon you're going to have some reasons to rejoice, because you've kind of learned how to make the most out of life. You've gotten clarity that your thinking leads to what happens in your life, and you're causing new doors to be open for you. It says your prayers have been answered and there's new doors being held open for you. So there's going to be some changes you're going to get clear about soon, and you're going to be very happy about them. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and I'm getting goosebumps with that message, especially like the new opportunity coming forward. It feels like right now, Viviani, things have definitely been a bit of out of balance, and we're kind of shifting the energy to come back into balance. I have the Justice card for you, along with the Temperance. And those are both trying to come back into balance. The Justice card obviously could be legal, but it's also like the scales maybe just feeling out of whack, and focusing on some healing. But I do get that. I do agree with Deann. There's a new opportunity being presented for you with this page of Pentacles. I'm not sure if it's career or some kind of goal that you have for yourself. If it's something like entrepreneurial, and I have the Magician, so it's like you're doing the right thing. You're working on what needs to be done, and then we're manifesting this new opportunity in for you. It feels a little bit like the last message of like taking that step back and meditating and really just being strategic in the planning of what you're looking to manifest, Viviani. But I do feel like things are getting better for you. Be patient; it's coming. It might be a little bit longer than what you would like, but I see you're accomplishing your goal that you have set out there.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that we were able to make you a co-host, Deann, so that you can help me with these questions because they're going crazy.
Did I pick that one or did you pick that one?
I picked that one, so you're up next,
Okay.
sweetie.
So I'm doing the next one. Okay. Kathy wants to know, do my guides have a message for me?
Kathy. Okay.
Good grief, Kevin. Look at all these questions.
I know. We'll try our best to get to as many as possible, you guys. You're welcome, Viviani. Kathy's energy feels very good. Just very, very caring and loving. I just feel like a nice, big, open heart for Kathy.
Let's see. So far, so good. And I'll just throw one tarot and a couple oracles for you, Kathy. Hi, JR.
Yeah, and I feel like Kathy is just so generous. There's a lot of love with Kathy's energy, but also around her as well, I feel. Oh, interesting. I don't know if it's been a bit of a hard time, Kathy. I don't know if there's maybe a bit of reflecting on a loved one that's maybe not in in human form anymore, but in spirit form. And I don't know if it's a female energy. I do feel a loving female energy around you, Kathy. But I have the thinking of you card, which is kind of, it's kind of a card of nostalgia or focusing on happy memories. And it does feel like there's a bit of healing that's going along with this and finding the peace with it. Kind of a similar message, taking that time back to just like focus on yourself and recharge. And we have rising above. So this is clarity. Also, white doves are my sign for a loved one coming in too. So I don't know if we're getting into a mediumship, but I definitely feel female energy that with a lot of love around you. But find clarity on and solutions on some things. And I'm getting a strong message of like keeping focus to what you want to achieve. I feel like you're heading into a really fun, exciting time of magic and mystery with the Enchanted Forest. So, I would say if you're going through a hard time, we all grieve in our own way, but just know that there's a lot of love around you, Kathy, and just keep focused on your dreams and manifesting them into reality.
Yeah, I get similar, Kevin. I got the Three of Wands for you, Kathy, as the primary card. You're kind of trying to look ahead, trying to get your confidence up, trying to figure out what your next steps are in something, but you stopping yourself because of your limiting beliefs. The situation, whatever it is that you're trying to look forward to, that you're trying to look towards, it causes you need to reprogram your belief system. You need to believe that you can do it, because right now you've been in a period of disappointment and regret and just not been feeling yourself. And also you're limiting your beliefs through fear. You know,
Mm,
you're keeping yourself from moving forward into the life you deserve because you're thinking maybe you don't deserve it. Maybe you feel
yeah.
like you can't get it. You're limiting yourself. It says, you know, in the future, I see you as a visionary. You're learning. You need to learn to synthesize all your creative ideas into action. Quit being afraid, quit limiting the beliefs, and just move forward and do what it is you think you need to do. If you feel like you are too full of fear, then maybe you need to do some meditation and on what the next steps, you know,
Mm.
put it out there in the universe. What should I do? And listen.
Or
So
even
that's
like that card that I had for myself, like the reflection card. I don't remember what exact card it was, but
mhm,
focus rather than focusing on the fear or like lower energy forms, focus in on the love, the memories or things that bring you happiness and joy, and sitting in that perspective. I think that that's where the limited beliefs is coming in. Um,
yes.
because sometimes we're programmed to be a realist, and there's no way that we can that I'm worthy of this, or that it's going to happen for me. And that's really the kind of like that limited belief that we're manifesting um you know lower energies to come in. So it's really just rising above that and focusing in on the love and the things that really bring you joy. So
So
I
I
hope
hope
that
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 helps, and you're
resonates.
not alone.
Yeah,
We're all getting that boat sometimes.
absolutely.
Oh, dokie. So Kathy,
All
we're
right, it's
gonna
my turn, right?
your turn. Yep.
All right. I hope that helps, Kathy. All right, peppermint carol or candy. Peppermint candy, that's cute. Hello, any suggestions for September? Thanks.
She's a member too on my channel.
Oh, cool. I like the
She
name.
just became a member.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Linda. It's been so hot in a lot of the middle of the country.
I
Um,
missed. What did Linda say? Was it really hot
but
there?
yeah, it's 50 days of record-breaking heat. And
It's been
Kathy
like
said,
101 here, which is pretty bad. I haven't
mhm,
wanted to leave the house.
I've been lucky in Ohio. It hasn't been too bad. Just Kathy said you're on point. I reflect on myself every day. Need more confidence in myself. Thank you for my reading. It does. Thank you. You're welcome,
You're
Kathy.
welcome.
All right. Ooh.
Mm.
I had a couple cards flip out. I will just say in general, and I've been picking it up with the politics. September feels like a very heavy and hard month for a lot of us. And it doesn't feel like it's just the US. It feels like it's worldwide energetically. It feels very kind of tough. I had the tower come out, fly out candy, which can sometimes be a bit of chaotic, uncertain energy with it, but it can also sometimes be a bit of that wake up call that we need. I'm just going to finish throwing my cards. Yeah. I'll go ahead. So yeah, like the
Go
tower
ahead.
came flying out. And yeah, it's the card of disruption. A lot of times, um, we struggle with being in control of everything, and sometimes it's better to kind of just like lay back and go with the flow, and trusting that spirit has the right path for us. And sometimes when we have some disruption, it's spirit bringing us back to our true path, or clearing away things that are no longer serving you. So it does feel like there may be some changes I'm feeling. um, Candy, I don't know if you've been feeling a little bit stuck yourself with the Two of Swords here. um, this is feeling stuck or trying to figure things out, unsure of which way to go ahead. um, with the Four of Cups, it can sometimes be discontent and boredom, or if maybe you're questioning um, you know what's your purpose? Where am I to get on the right path? And I'm just getting a very strong message for you is that you have those tools at your disposal. You have the high priestess here. So you have that intuition. And I'm kind of getting a similar message of just taking that step back, allowing and trusting that everything's going to be okay. And then trusting in your intuition to steer you kind of on the right path. It feels like it's a bit of change, but I feel like you're going to get there. It might be a little bit hard for September, I'm feeling, but it feels like towards the end of the year, things are definitely shifting for you.
And I'm getting kind of similar. I got another 4 of Swords for you too, Peppermint Candy. It's saying you also in September, you're going to need a little recuperation time, some time to contemplate on some things and some solitude and some time, just to meditate and think. It says you do have the magic touch. It says you have magic deep within you. The universal bank, that just to know that you have everything in you to thrive, to survive. It's all in you, but you also got the mirror. So you are, everything that's happening in your life right now is a mirror of what is inside of you. So again, it's another, they're saying again to look at what your thoughts are, look at what's inside of you. What are your feelings about things? Because whatever it is you're wanting to do, it's saying you have everything to do it, but you also need to meditate and look at what you're thinking, what you're feeling, because you may be putting negative things out there. Again, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not sure, try not to put those words out there. Put positive things out there. That's what I got again.
We're really the energy that we keep around us in the environment that we sit in. And so that's why that higher perception is so important, especially with the law of attraction and the things we're trying to manifest. It's really important, to focus on those things that bring us happiness, or just sort of light, or even just laughing and focusing on the lighter side of life. It's hard. It's so hard with everything going on in the world right now. It's kind of like the world's went to hell in a handbasket for so many. And I think that that's really the lesson, is rising above all of the chaos and craziness out there and not letting it affect you, rising above it and sitting in that higher perspective.
Yeah, because it can get you down in the dumps. All the news, absolutely. Watching the news, personal things. I'm not above it. I get there. My friend Kevin has to remind me at times when I get down in the dumps.
We all do.
So
we all do. None of us are perfect, and it's really kind of like, I always tell people, in those most challenging times are those opportunities that we can grow and learn the most from. And I can just say, in my personal life has kind of been very chaotic and all over the place the last several months. So I get it. None of us are perfect, but yeah, we have to do our best to just breathe and rise above it.
Yep. And we got each other. We get through a lot of this stuff having each other.
Yes. All right, Deann, it's your turn, my friend.
Well, this is Ziggy. Ziggy says his daughter wants, my daughter wants me to move to Georgia. Would that be wise on my part? Ziggy, I love the name. Love the cartoon. I'm going to use my pendulum for this one. Okay.
I'm almost feeling, though. Go ahead, Deann.
Oh, no, I was just talking to my pendulum. You go ahead.
I'll throw some cards on it for you, Ziggy, but I'm getting very strongly. I feel like it may be something that you do, but I think that you should think about it for yourself. Does it make sense for you? If you're questioning it, what doubts do you have with this move? I would do it for yourself. Obviously a benefit would be that, you're with your daughter or closer to your daughter, but would you feel like you would be happy in Georgia? That's what I'm feeling. I am feeling more of a yes, like that move may happen, but this is kind of what was coming through for me. What was the pendulum saying, Deann?
Well, I asked if Ziggy should move, to Georgia with his daughter, and I'm getting a diagonal, which for me is a maybe,
Maybe, yeah.
because there's a lot of things involved in this. I get right now the Hermit in reverse, so it's telling you to hold off, look at things from all the perspective, because sometimes you can love your kid, but living together, they're an adult, you're still dad, you still want to tell them things, they don't want to listen because they're an adult, they say. So really, really look at, how do you get along with her? Have you, in long term, really think about everything, because I get that there is going to be a change for you. This is a start of something new, but there's a lot of choices, and there could be some wishful thinking, hoping it'll work out, but just being indecisive. But I do get in the future the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like it could be a disappointment, or that can sometimes stand for revoked offers. So after you think about it for a while, you may come to the conclusion. Let me see, is it for your highest good? Is it for Ziggy's highest good to live with his daughter? Is it for his highest good? I don't know if it's going to be for your highest good. It may be something that you want to do, because at the bottom of the deck, I got the Tower. And that doesn't mean that it could be just mean a big change, big change for you. It doesn't mean it's going to be bad, but make sure you talk about all the decisions, what are your expectations? What are her expectations? Have a good talk before you decide to do this, and make sure that this is what you both want, and that you can both live with whatever the other person's rules or expectations are.
It's so interesting. Even people in the chat are kind of getting like the maybe, like the pendulum, and like I said, I'm feeling more of a yes. Like I feel like the move will happen, but it feels like it's not happening tomorrow. I'm getting like slow and steady movement here, and I think that's a good advice. What Deann was saying is really look at every opportunity, or analyze every possible outlook with it if it is a big move for you. So this is like slow and steady growth. I think Ziggy was saying something about being with a grandchild and wanting to, which is the Page of Cups. It's that loving opportunity coming in for you. So I think that feels good. And I have the Star, which is hope and optimism and joy. So for me, it feels like it's good for me, but I also feel like take your time with it. I don't think that it's something that needs to happen right now, unless you want it to. So,
somebody in the chat had a good idea. Why not go there and stay for a month or two and see how you guys get along and living together for the short term before you decide to make the long-term decision?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I agree with Deann though too, with some of the hesitation. I don't know if it's like the easiest time when you're there, but I feel like there's definitely benefits, like, creating a relationship with your grandchild and that loving opportunity there. Not to say that there might not be challenges that go along with it. So I would just, weigh the good with the bad and see which one.
Yeah.
See if the good outweigh the bad.
One challenge could be being a live-in babysitter.
Yeah.
She may decide that, grandma, grandpa's here, live-in babysitter, and there might be times you don't want to. As much as you love being a grandma, you may not want to be one every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that helped, Ziggy. All right. I want to say thank you so much for the super chat, Judy. She says, hello, can I please get a message from my birth angel?
Hey, I'll use my angel cards for this one.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, moderators in here helping with the chat. We appreciate you guys.
And I saw, thank you, Viviani, for your super chat as well.
Oh, Viviani did? Oh, thanks, Viviani. Love Viviani.
Yes.
Well, I get the card of spiritual understanding for you. And it says it's Archangel Raziel. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So you may be getting more of a learning of some spiritual truths, telling you that you need to prioritize. That's Archangel Metatron, says focus your highest priorities and I will help you get organized and motivated. And I got moon cycles, which is Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. So we've got some full moons coming up. Maybe kind of see how things go. Write down the full moon. How does that affect you? And maybe it might help you with manifesting things in the future. So that's what I got.
Yeah. And I feel like we're getting the same message over and over with a lot of these.
That's
maybe
cool.
It's something universal coming on, but I have the Four Swords here, which is the rest and rejuvenation. But also too, this is taking a step back, meditating or, just being present in the moment. But I also feel like this is something maybe that you're actively doing right now, Judy, is trying to communicate with those angels. And this is like going out into nature and just raising the vibrations and quieting the mind and receiving their messages. I do feel like 9 of Wands here. So this is, in this deck, it's spiritual strength. I think you had a spiritual, I don't remember what the name of the card was, but if this is often too like, being a bit tired or, like working really hard and there's success with it, but it's like a lot of hard work. And this is just like having that spiritual strength to keep on persevering through it. Your birth angels are with you, making sure that you're fulfilling your wishes. And it's really interesting when I do Reiki, a lot of times the angels come in and facilitate with the healing. And when I'm in that angelic energy, it's all just unconditional love. It's just love. And that's what we have here. The Ace of Cups, love begins. There's so much love there for you. It feels like you're, closing a chapter and entering this new opportunity that's really going to feel really good, Judy, where that, that excitement or passion's really kind of activated, like that fire in the belly is kind of energized and, a big flame. So your birth angels are there to love you and support you. And they're just letting you know that there's, we're closing some chapters, but there's a new exciting time coming in for you as well. All right.
Ziggy said, thanks for all the feedback from everyone. I went for 2 weeks and it wasn't a good experience. She holds too much anger. So yeah. So you wait and think about it.
Take your time and think about it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And maybe everybody's picking up on the maybe too, because you haven't really fully decided and we have free will to make those decisions for ourselves. So thank you so much, Ness. All right. Your turn, my friend.
Lisa Souther. Do my guides have a message for me?
All right.
More.
All right, Lisa. I was feeling to throw one of my spirit animal cards for you, and I got the fox card, which is the message with it is clever. It's saying you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Oh, interesting with be open to romance. When I think of a fox, I think of somebody that's very strategic and very good in planning, and maybe the message with the fox coming in is to really start to plan everything out. Take action, I feel like. But I'm also feeling with the fox too, Lisa, that use your intuition, because there may be, you might get a gut feeling that something doesn't feel quite right, and trust that intuition, because the fox can also, be a little bit of a trickster, or, very kind of clever and cunning. So using that intuition right now, it feels like there may be somebody that doesn't have your best interests at heart. And so being open and following that gut instinct. I feel like you'll definitely get that gut feeling whenever something doesn't feel quite right. Trust and believe that it's not the case. What are you
Well,
picking?
I got, Linda, that you've been waiting on something, and with the Eight of Wands, something's suddenly going to be coming in for you. Something that I feel like you're going to be excited about. You got the magic touch, which is saying you're accessing magic from deep within. Universal Bank, you have everything you need for this that's coming in for you, this big change. But they're telling you it's time to lighten up, because I feel like this has to do with the lovers. I feel like if you're looking for love, there's somebody possibly coming in for you, that they're telling you to lighten up and don't take life too seriously. If it's somebody that comes up and wants to date you, date them. Just be light and just go out and have fun, and don't take it too seriously. If it is somebody that you already have, then you may be getting closer to that person, but it's a strong attraction between you and somebody else, whether it be a really close friend, somebody, your partner you already have, or somebody coming in towards you. But let's see, is this somebody that she already has? Is this somebody? I feel it's somebody that's coming in towards you, and you're going to be really happy with this person. I don't know who they are, if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, but okay, that's what I get.
And that's interesting, because the fox had the message at the end being open to romance too. But I
Oh,
think that
yeah.
the message with that is to use that gut feeling. If you're looking for romance, maybe not being so trusting, or if something doesn't feel quite right, don't question that feeling. That's what I'm feeling with that. So
Yeah, and sometimes you get somebody, and if you've had bad past experiences, you're just, that's why I think it might be saying lighten up. Don't
yeah,
bring the past into it,
yes.
Just enjoy it.
I'm going to say thank you for the super chat, Robin. I think I said Viviani already. Thank you. We got a couple more. So,
Oh, we do?
Sissy, thank you. Jay Roberts, thank you. So, I try to be open to everyone. I don't want it just to seem like if you have a super chat that we get to your question. I do try to do those if you send something, but I mean, we've been on for 40 minutes, so I don't know if we'll be able to get,
Oh,
obviously, to
yeah, thank
everyone.
you, Robin. Lisa Rosenberg, there's Robin again. Let's see.
All right. Sissy, I posted earlier, but I turned 59 years old tomorrow and wanted to hear from my birth angels for my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Sissy.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Okay. Well, I just pulled a few oracles for you, Sissy.
Yeah.
I got, you are I don't know why my thing is kind of on stall when I hold stuff up, but
You're
it says
fine.
you
Well, we
are
pulled the same cards, Deann. So,
huh?
we
We did?
picked the same card deck. So, but go
Oh,
ahead.
well, maybe we're supposed to.
Right.
Well, I got you a shooting star, It says that, you're about to step into your fullest potential, but you need to learn to speak up for yourself. I think you're
Mm,
learning that. It says your soul's kind of guiding you to speak into your truth, because that's how you're going to get to where you're going. Universal mind, they said that you're about to receive the solution to whatever your problem or concern was, but you need to surrender it,
mm,
all control, and let nature take its course. So don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just surrender, give it to the universe, God, angels, however you believe, your higher power, and then just believe it. Believe it and be thankful for it before you ever even have it. And then just let it come when it's supposed to come,
mm.
because it's going to. And if there is somebody that, and yeah, and you are learning to speak up for yourself too. So that's a good thing. So that's all I got.
Hmm. Sissy, it's interesting. I got angel numbers for you. And this is saying that your birth angels are with you and trying to catch your attention with repeating signs. For me, it feels like 1111, probably seeing that on the clock or some kind of repeating number that keeps coming through. But just know in those moments when you're seeing that repeated number, if that's the case for you, I feel like it is, that they're with you and sending their love. I'm getting the kind of similar to you, Deann. I have a bit of a power struggle. And so this is usually a power struggle between another person or multiple people. Um, I'm not sure if this is family or relationship, Sissy, it kind of feels like to me, but it feels like there's maybe a dynamic that's been a bit hard. Maybe boundaries aren't being respected with that. Um, and just know, you have authentic self-expression, which is be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. So I'm feeling like, if there's a bit of a not a good dynamic in one of the relationships around you, and they're not respecting boundaries, you are really responsible for your own happiness and in your own life, and just be that true authentic you. Surround yourself with the people that embrace you and love you, and just knowing that your angels are with you and supporting you on your journey. It feels like there might be some fights or conflict, I feel like, with a certain relationship, and just know that your guides are with you, supporting you through that, but do what's best for you in that instance. So I hope that helps and resonates.
Well, this one is going to be just a guess on our part with I'm going to use my pendulum and see, because time is hard to tell, but let's see. Well, let's just for fun see if her her twins are going to be, will my daughter, who is currently pregnant, have twins with this pregnancy? Okay, will spiritual seeker's daughter have twins with this pregnancy?
I'm feeling no.
I'm getting no.
But it's interesting because I definitely feel like there's some energy around twins, and I'm not sure if there's a lot of twins in the family, or I'll ask my pendulum too, but it feels like there's definitely some energy around twins, and maybe it's eventually, not now, or maybe, like I said, maybe it's a family with a lot of twins in it. But
Or
I
the
did feel,
next pregnancy.
yeah, there's something to it. I just don't feel like it's right now. Spiritual seeker. Spiritual seeker's daughter have twins this pregnancy.
I don't know
I'm getting
if
a
she's
strong
going to
no.
have, if you've got other kids that are going to have twins, or if she's going to get pregnant again and have twins. But I think twins will be coming, but not this one. I don't get.
She says yes, twins in the family.
Ah.
Yeah, I got no too. But that's okay. I feel like the baby's coming in and having a lot of love. So,
Yep. So your turn.
yep. All right.
This is fun. I like the taking turns.
Me too. All right. Oh, and the question I just pulled to was the same one that we just read. So,
Ah.
all right. Bobby says, me and my son had a bad argument about transgendered. I am with them. He's not been over 2 months. Will he talk to me soon?
Oh, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's so tough with how divided everybody is right now, and just how polarized everything is. I am feeling like a yes to that question, though.
Yes. Ask will Bobby and his son, will they talk again? Yes.
It doesn't feel like it's too far out either. I'm feeling it doesn't feel like it's years and years. It feels like it's relatively soon. Maybe even I feel like definitely before some of the holidays this year. I'll throw a card on it, but I feel like it's going to get better, Bobby. Yep, I'm getting success.
I'm feeling like end of December or January.
Okay.
You guys may be apart a little bit, but you love each other. It's not going to be that long, but like I said, maybe Christmas.
That's
Christmas and
interesting.
New Year's starting new.
I don't know. I feel like it might be a little bit before that. It's just what I'm picking up, but
Are you? I hope so. I hope so.
I feel like by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I'm getting this is communication and expression, Ace of Swords. So there is some kind of communication there. I do feel like it's been a bit of a hard time. This is feeling lost and defeated, or this can often sometimes be like somebody that's a bit of a bully. So like the feelings feel like they're a little hurt, obviously, but this is you're going to persevere through this. It might take a little bit of work, but you'll get there. And it's interesting that you were saying, the love between the two of you. We have the lovers and the two of cups here too, which if that's not a strong connection, I don't know what is. So I know it's
Yeah.
really hard, Bobby, but you'll get through this, and I feel like it's all going to be okay in the end.
I got the Magician. You have all the skill and the logic and everything. You guys are going to be able to work this out. You're going to be able, but the Seven of Pentacles, it's a little bit slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be tomorrow or next week. Maybe he's a little bullheaded too, and just needs some time. But
Yeah.
then he's going to come in all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
As things will change all of a sudden. I think he may be a little hot tempered, but yeah, I get everything in the long run coming out. So we're getting the holidays in any case, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, right around there.
Mm-hmm.
And it could change, with a phone call if you decide to call him, or he makes a sudden decision to call you. I hope sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you picked that one, huh?
I did.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, we're sending you a lot of love, Bobby. Pat Lee, any messages from your today? Yeah, I know it hurts.
It's hard when you're fighting with.
You'll get through it. Like I said, it feels like it's a bit tough, but that connection's really strong there. You're gonna get through it. I feel that really strongly, Bobby. All right, Pat Lee. Oh, interesting. Pat Lee, I'm getting the search card for you. With these cards, I'm getting like it's a little bit of a reset for you. So with the search, it's kind of it can be a card of like feeling a little bit lost or stuck or searching for that purpose. Um, Searching, and it feels like we have a bit of purification with water, which is more of like emotional cleansing, but also purification with fire. So it feels like it's a bit of a reset, um, and it feels like it has to do with healing and letting go of the things in the past that are no longer serving you, and then finding that fire, finding that passion, that spark. I have the Sacred Heart here for you, which is all about passion um, and love. And I feel like you're entering a really exciting time where you're gaining a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share with other people. I think maybe even working on some of those intuitive gifts as well. Um, but yeah, it feels like it's a really good healing time for you, and it feels like it's exciting, like discovering some some passion or some excitement, enthusiasm, and really being like a teacher or a mentor in that role when you come into it. It feels really good to me. What are you picking up, Deann?
Well, I got the Two of Swords in reverse.
Mm,
So I get that you're in a point in your life where it's something you can't decide, indecision, and it's causing you some mental turmoil, and it can cause you some blocks because you just can't
yeah.
make up your mind. Things have been delayed. I get the strength in reverse. So I feel like you've got a lot of self doubt about this decision. And you just don't, you're not feeling your strongest. You're not feeling really strong about your decision. Um, I got the Queen of Pentacles, so that may be it could have to do with your finances or work or something that you're trying to create. But the advice is authentic self-expression,
Mm,
to be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. So which decision is true to who you really are? Because you may have some unrealistic expectations or saying, or be a pessimist, and you're blocking your happiness that way. So don't worry about what other people would want you to do. You may be worried about what other people want you to do to make this decision, and they're telling you make it for yourself. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy, and get rid of the self-doubt. Know that you can do it, whatever it is, and that you are strong. And anyway, that's what I get.
yeah. And a lot of us are kind of going through that shift right now, as we've kind of said before. I just want to say I'm sending a lot of love for you, no middle name. Um, she says, I love my pug. I don't want him to suffer so much sadness and suffering. Yeah, we're sending you a lot of love. It's always so tough. And the little fur babies aren't doing well.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Maybe that's the decision too. If you're trying to decide whether, if you have a pet that's very sick, trying to make a decision,
Mm-hmm.
you'll make the best decision though.
Yeah. All right. It's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Annie G, will my small business take off by the end of the year?
Okay. Will Annie G's small business take off by the end of the year?
I don't feel
And
like
what
it's quite where you want it to be, Annie, but I feel like there's definitely momentum coming in there. If that's more business. Um, but I don't know, for some whatever reason, it feels like it's better like middle of next year. But not to say that it's not doing better than what it's doing now towards the end of the year. It feels like it is, um, but I
I'm
don't know.
getting
I'm
around
open.
July or August of next year, you're going to be doing a lot better. Not getting this year,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But
I'll throw just a card or two on it. I think I feel like come next summer, it feels like it's more
yeah.
exciting. Like you're a little bit more where you want to be with that. Yeah,
And
I have
Shelby,
it.
she said no one needs a reader to tell them what their guides are trying to tell them. Listen to your instincts. That's true, Shelby. Do listen to your instincts because we all have them.
Yeah. I threw some cards, Annie, and I'm feeling really good about the business next year. I do feel like things are shifting. We're at a turning point, coming to complete cycle, and it's like it's a time of luck coming in for you. I do feel like it's been a bit hard. Like you've had to be really strong and persevere through this, but the Empress birthing new opportunities into creation, nourishing this business. It feels really good. There's like excitement and enthusiasm with it, and then you have the sun coming in, which is success and happiness. So really powerful in the cards they threw. So we're definitely shifting, and it's coming to a turning point. But for me, it feels like it's maybe better a little bit by next year. So
Yeah, and I just pulled one card. I got Wheel of Fortune, which is
I
a
had that
yes
too.
card.
First card out.
Yep,
So what?
luck changes,
Yeah.
unexpected events. So, yep.
So hold the faith, Annie. It looks like where the energy is going is really good. All right. You pulled that one, right? Or did I pull? No,
Yes.
I pulled that one. It's your turn.
Oh. You're asking me to remember stuff, huh?
Jeez.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, good advice, Shelby. I think a lot of people like seeing the psychics though, because they like the validation of what they're picking up. Just because sometimes I think it's hard for a lot of us to really trust those gifts, and as
Yeah, it
readers,
just kind of
we get to a point
yeah.
where we don't doubt the information coming in, or we try not to.
Most of the people that a lot of times will ask us questions, in your intuition the answer a lot of times yourself, and it just validates a lot of times what
Yeah,
you know
a lot of
already.
time. Yeah, I mean,
A
sometimes I
lot of
feel like we have so much going on that we can't quiet that mind to really focus in on the energy for ourselves, and it can be hard to read for yourself. Um, but yeah, I agree. Like deep down, we already know the answers, and ultimately too, we have free will to make those decisions and manifest whatever we want in this world.
Oh, JR said I was right. Carl did reach out to him. I had a feeling, JR, he was gonna.
All right, artists. I'm getting a yes. When is always the hard part, but I do feel like you'll be able to make that a reality for yourself, artist.
Well, she moved to California.
Yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices and get a bit of give and take into it. But I'm getting hold the faith, the star card. So this is a yes. Hold the faith, manifest this. It feels like this is a celebration, a new opportunity for friendships and relationships. Um, I definitely feel like it's been a bit of a struggle, though. You have the Seven of Wands here, which is kind of going within and reclaiming your power. It can be a bit of, feeling like you're being attacked all over the place. So it might make it hard. But I do feel like, with some sacrifice, there's a bit of give and take and finding that right balance. I think absolutely that you'll be able to make this into a reality with the move. It could be another year or two, though. It feels like, and I have the Eight of Wands next, which is movement or a move coming in. It could be like another year or two. It feels like it's a little bit out there still, but I think yes.
I got the moon in reverse. So I feel like there's a lot of fear and anxiety over this move.
Mm,
You're wanting to go, but you just don't know if you're deceiving yourself thinking you're going. You don't have clarity on exactly everything you need to do. And you got the Three of Swords. It's going to be kind of hard for you moving. At first it's difficult. You may be a little bit lonely when you first
mhm,
move. You may be, it takes a while to meet friends. You're going to miss people where you're at. So you're going to have a little heartbreak when you do move, but they're telling you to have strength
mm,
because you are going to have the inner strength to do this. You are going to have the courage and the bravery to do this. Right now, you're insecure about it. You
mhm,
see a lack of progress. But if you really believe this and you really want this, you can have it. But it's probably, I get, not going to be till either the end of next year or the following year. So you've got a lot of decisions to make out, and you got to get out of that fear and anxiety because it won't happen if that's what you're thinking. You're thinking of all
yeah,
the
you
negative
won't be able
to go
to
wrong.
manifest that for yourself. Absolutely, I'm getting it very strongly though that I do think eventually you'll be able to make the move. So
Mhm.
we're almost at an hour mark, Deann. I typically keep it around an hour, but I feel like I'm still good and energized to stay on for a little bit longer. If you
I
are,
can. Yeah, I am too. And
I
it
don't
seems
want to
like
push
puppy's
it
being
too
good
far.
in there.
But yeah, do a couple more readings. So, all right. So it's my turn. I hope that resonates. And don't give up, artists. I know it can be hard, especially, um, like I said, it feels like there's a bit of sacrifice there, but I feel like you'll be able to accomplish those goals. Okay. Let's see.
I'll feel that way when I move out of this house. All the memories we have here, and it's a tough thing moving.
I'm just going to pull this one up. And it's not really a reading, but just address it real quickly. Marianne says, will Reiki help with chronic gastropancreas issues? I do believe in it for it. Do you have to believe in it for it to work? Well, I would say absolutely. I think, when we're really open to the Reiki energy is when, those miracles can happen. Oftentimes, I feel like deep-rooted issues can stem from, trauma or, negative emotions or, really hard, heavy, dense ones that we sometimes kind of store in the body. And when we don't deal with them for a while, it can, um, kind of fester and cause some issues. I'll say for myself, the first time I was ever introduced to Reiki, I was at this little metaphysical fair, and I never even heard of Reiki before, but I was having really bad, like chronic gallbladder attacks, and I didn't have health insurance at the time, and I had a Reiki session, and I didn't feel like it was all released, but it felt like a really good majority of it was. And I didn't have a gallbladder episode for a year, but then it started bothering me again, and eventually I had to get my gallbladder removed. So I always tell people, in the very least, you'll feel more balanced and relaxed. It can help with healing anything physical, mental, emotional going on. But it's also too, like, you have to believe in it. The Reiki energy is assisting you on your journey, and on your healing journey. And what was I going to say? I just lost it. It will help assist you on your healing journey. And I think if you're open to it, it can definitely help. But also too, sometimes in our life path, we do put some things in it, some challenges to experience. And so that's where it makes it a little bit hard. Well, will it cure it? It can vary from person to person, but I think in the very least, it can at least maybe help with some of the symptoms if it's not meant to actually cure it. So, you have to be kind of careful with saying that, Reiki can cure things, but I feel like if you're more open to it and it's not something that you're meant to experience in this life, has it happened? Yes. So I think it's
Well, I will say about the Reiki, when I first heard of it, a girl at my job did it. And I thought these girls were coming to her to fix this headache and fix that. And I thought, oh, this is baloney. I didn't believe in any of it. And then I ended up meeting somebody on here. This is before I met Kevin, and I had an anxiety attack. I was supposed to do a show, and I was having an anxiety attack. And I thought, well, how can that get me? How can that help me if they're clearing Ohio or wherever, and I'm clear in Illinois? But I laid down and I thought, I'm going to try it. I'm willing to try anything. And I did. And I kid you not, within 20 minutes, I felt peaceful. The anxiety was gone. I slept well. So, and I wasn't sure if I believed in it or not, but I believed in it enough to try it and give it a chance. And it did help me. And I wouldn't just say that. I didn't believe in it at first until I did it,
Yeah. And Marianne says that she's trying to convince hubby to do Reiki. Yeah. And you know what? I'll just say that, Reiki respects free will. So if somebody is not open to it, you're not going to get that Reiki channel. So it's always important to respect people's decisions, especially with their own body and stuff like that. I think it's great for, if somebody's open to it or encouraging it, but I always respect it. If somebody's not really interested or it's not for them, obviously you need their permission to do a session like that. And I agree, Sharon, it's all about energy, like a prayer. I think Reiki can be very good at helping remove things that no longer serve you, but also you can call on the Reiki energy to help support you in those things that you're looking to manifest, or those prayers that you're looking to have answered. So you can really ask the Reiki energy to support you in just about anything, whether it's healing or releasing, or what you want to attract and to bring into your life. So
thank you, artist.
Yes. It's always fun to talk about Reiki. I always enjoy it when we get a time.
Yeah, so. I know. Oh, and then somebody else says they were a Reiki. Sharon Donnelly. Yes, I'm a Reiki master.
Yeah.
She said.
And Melody says the thing with Reiki, for long-term problems, the effect might not be immediately noticeable. And sometimes too, if somebody has if there's something really hard emotionally going on for somebody, or like a really hard chronic health issue, usually it's not just one session, one and done. It's usually we need multiple. I think of, trying to keep those chakras nice and open, and that energy flowing through the body for as long as possible to promote the body's ability to self-heal. So and the Reiki can be very proactive too. So a lot of people like to just incorporate it for feeling nice and balanced and for their own wellness. But yeah, sometimes it's not just one or done. Sometimes we can help with taming the underlying issue, but if we don't fully release it, or if that person's not ready to release it, it can obviously resurface. So, all right. So, and I want to say thank you to artists too for the super chat. Thank you. So Gail wants to know, she says, I just hopped on. Do you see the listing in Carmel selling in September? Thank you. Gail, is this the one that I read on for you for a while ago?
I feel like I've read on this before too.
If you're still here. And that was a while ago, so. I don't. It's showing no with the pendulum, but then it was swinging back to maybe.
I'm getting maybe.
So it's almost like, it's probably more into October, but could it happen towards the end of September? I think so. And maybe even with the maybe too, maybe it's like an offer and doesn't fully go through just yet. I'm going to throw a card or two on it, but I feel like I don't feel like it's going to take too long. September, I tell you guys, it feels like it's such a hard month for everyone. And even before I shovel, the wishes fulfillment card is right there. So I do feel like you'll get it sold. But thank you, Gail. One of these days we'll have to have a spiritual chat and chatting about Reiki. At some point here soon, I would like to start doing some Reiki work, like maybe once or twice a month. And I have a Reiki crystal grid, and maybe incorporating like Linda G's prayers in with the Reiki grid and doing a healing session. I think something like that might be kind of fun, but something I'm still kind of working and figuring out. What are you getting?
May or June of next year. I know that's probably not what you want to hear. Huh?
Did you ask with the pendulum, Matt?
Yeah.
Timing's always really hard to
It is. I know this has been hard on you with the 9 of Wands. You're feeling kind of just fatigued with it all.
Well, it's a 9, so it could be September too.
That could be. You haven't gotten Page of Pentacles in reverse. You haven't gotten any good prospects in. People are kind of procrastinating on buying houses. And so I think you've been having some anxiety about this. But in the end, you get the Ace of Pentacles, which is the hand of God bringing in that offer for you, that abundance and prosperity, and you're going to manifest it. So you are going to sell it. It's just that right now you've just been kind of fatigued with it all, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it makes it hard too, because I agree with what you're saying. It feels like the market's, I mean, I'm sure the market's still kind of hot in Carmel, but it's definitely kind of plateaued. This is the 2 of Pentacles, so I think a lot of people are evaluating whether they want to buy right now because of the interest rates. It's like the money, we have to find the balance with the money. And I have the Moon card too, which is kind of like, it could be around the full moon part in September, but it's not quite here just yet. But the message that I'm getting for you, Gail, is, continue to work hard. I know that you're working really hard. This is mastering your craft and having success with it. I get the world, so you're getting close to this chapter coming to an end and for a new opportunity to happen. And this is also, I don't know, I just felt tense. So I'm feeling like maybe in October is what I'm feeling, but it feels like, I don't feel like it's too far. I feel like you're getting close. We're getting close to to the cycle ending and then a new opportunity. And then you're the emperor. So, you've built a strong, solid foundation for yourself. You know, this is somebody that's really kind of mastered their craft. And yeah, it feels like you're just very secure and grounded going into the future. So I don't know. I hope I'm not wrong. I
hope you're right. I do. I can only go with what my pendulum mat is saying. So
timing's
you
always
let us
really
know
hard.
when you get it.
Yeah, timing's always a bit hard, but I feel like it's sooner than that. It's just kind of what I'm picking up. So hopefully I'm right.
I will hope for you to be right too, Kevin.
I'm getting a lot of success with those cards, though. It just feels like the energy is a little bit out of balance for right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Gail's saying that this was a different house than the one that I had read on in the past. So.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep the faith. Keep the faith, Gail. You're the emperor. You're strong, and you're going to work really hard to get it sold. Oh, Linda G's in the chat. Hey, Linda.
Oh, is she? Hi, Linda.
We love you too.
Okay. Well, let's just try. We'll do Jules.
All right. Can I get a message from my guides, please?
I love Linda G. She's so good to everybody.
Oh, thank you, Linda. Yes, she is. Jules, I am feeling like I'm feeling like the mind is very, very active for you right now. Like maybe you're juggling a lot, or it's just kind of like a lot of like stress with it. And I'm just kind of getting a message just to breathe, calm down. It's going to be okay. And maybe we've been getting that message to kind of retreat and meditate, take a step back a little bit. That's what I'm just kind of getting intuitively that's coming through. It's kind of like, it's like just breathing, just trying to relax and find balance, maybe even spending some time out into nature to recharge a little bit.
Well, let's see what I got here. Well, I got the Page of Cups for you. Jules, something's coming up. Some surprise messages coming from you for you. It's something I think that is you're going to be emotional about. You're going to be surprised about because right now in the past you've had the Nine of Wands. So in the past you've been kind of going through a lot of challenges. You've been persevering, but you're tired. Mm-hmm. And you're just trying to keep up the stamina, but something good is going to be coming up for you. Something that you've been working on, that you have a talent for, that you're going to accomplish. It says you're a natural born leader and you were born to lead others. It's kind of part of your life path. You're a very nurturing, comforting, sensible person. So you were born to be a leader. It's something you're working on. I think you're going to get a surprise message that's going to have something to do with this. And it's going to be the end of some of your challenges. So I don't know what that means. That's just what I'm getting. And hopefully it means something to you.
Yeah, it's interesting. I pulled from some of those cards that you pulled from, but it's very validating what I was picking up intuitively, because I have the hibernation card, which is kind of taking that step back and meditating. It says your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. And healing with nature. So I said, like, taking that step out into nature. Your soul yearns to be outside in nature around healing waters, flowers, and trees. And I have the generosity card coming in. So I don't know if maybe this is, maybe not being afraid to ask for help, or, having an opportunity that feels really good where you can give back to others. It says giving from your heart with no strings attached is what is needed now. But I also feel like it's generosity towards you, and not being afraid to ask for help if you feel like you need it, Jules. But yeah, take that step back, breathe, get out of your own way, and spend the time in the nature. I find that to be the most healing thing for me. For when I need a recharge, I'd love to sit out on my patio and just watch all of the beautiful birds that that my grandma sends me. And just I have a nice pond out that I can see it from my deck. So for me, that's just zen in my garden and just watching all the wonderful birds and butterflies. So
I like sitting out by the fire and playing some 70s music and just sitting out in the night, the
yeah, I
nighttime.
like that too. I hope that resonates with you, Jules. I picked that one, right? Or you picked
Oh, I
that one?
did.
Okay. I feel like we're getting through some of these questions, but we have like 100 questions started, so I'm really
Yeah, there's
scared.
no way we're going to
There's
get
no
through
way we're getting to all of
124.
them. But like I said, we are getting that universal message for a lot of people to take a step back and kind of just breathe and meditate and recharge a little bit. That's came up quite a bit tonight. And like I said, I think universally September feels like it might have some challenges with it, but we'll get through them.
Oh, Linda G left you a super sticker.
Yeah.
Thanks, Linda G.
All right. Spirit Beyond the Stars. When my son opens up the detox center in Las Vegas, will it be successful?
He's going to open up a detox in Vegas. Sounds like a good place to have it.
Yeah. And what a wonderful service to give to people that need it too. I'm getting, yes, it will be successful, but if it does feel like there's, I think with any business, I mean, it takes a while to get it out there and to market it. It feels like it does take a little bit of time, but I'm getting a yes.
I'm getting a yes as well. It's going to take a year or so to get off the ground.
It'll take a little while too.
Maybe by July or August next year, he'll have it going really good. It's just going to take some time to get going.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely comes with some challenges, I think, from starting. But I get that it's going to be successful. Yeah, there's a bit of brainstorming, Five of Wands, roadblocks at first. And, I feel like the message with this Four of Cups is being open to other opportunities. Open up the mind and just kind of allowing. It feels like there's going to be. Don't be so fixated on just this one thing. It feels like there's more opportunities coming in with this. But I do get that there's money coming in. With the Page of Cups, it could be somebody that needs some detoxing, or somebody that may have some issues, but with success coming in with it, and then the Page of Pentacles, so that's financial opportunities from it. So I feel like there's some challenges at first. It might take a year or two, but I do feel like ultimately, yes, it's successful. And I think for your son, Spirit, I think it's just kind of going in. I think his heart's in the right place with doing this. And so it's going to be successful no matter what. And I feel like when we do things for the right reason, the universe really rewards us when we're doing, God's work, or, helping others, being a service to others. So
that's a service that's probably needed badly there.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
All right, Deann, your turn.
We'll do this one more.
Yeah, let's do this one, and then let's throw a card for everybody, for the collective watching.
Okay. So right. Corey wants to know, do we see him getting a job working as a quality assurance engineer? Okay. Will Corey get a job working as a quality?
I'm getting a yes.
I'm getting a yes also, Corey.
It feels like it's been a kind of a difficult road. I don't know if it's something that you've been pursuing for a while, and
he wants to take classes to do it.
Okay. Yeah, because it feels like it's been it is, or it might be a bit of work, a bit of a journey with it, but I would absolutely.
Okay. So are you going to just go with that, or are you going to do
I'm just going to throw a couple cards.
Throw a couple cards? Okay.
I'm just hearing too, like, don't give up. Like, the hard work is going to pay off, Corey. Yeah, I would say so. It feels like there's definitely some changes for you, Corey. I have the death card, which is opportunities. It's endings, but opportunities for rebirth and renewal. We have good surprises, emotional fulfillment, the happy family. You actually have two happy family cards. Happiness, bliss. This is like feeling really good emotionally, having that emotional stability, and then the financial security as well, like building that empire for yourself and your family. And then I have the star card, which is having faith and being happy and optimistic, and that's what I'm feeling like. It feels like it's been a bit tough, like a tough journey with this, but don't give up the faith. It's going to work out for you, Corey.
Yeah, I got the Two of Swords in reverse, Corey. So this is you having trouble making a decision about
Mhm.
some things. And there's going to be a little bit of delays. Things aren't going to happen as quickly as you may want them to be. The Five of Wands. I feel like in the past you've been conflicted about some things and had some tension about this.
Mhm.
But I feel like right now, Seven of Cups in reverse, you're getting clarity, or you're going to be getting some clarity, and getting rid of some of these distractions and figure out what you want to do. And in the future, I get the Nine of Pentacles, which is success and achievement,
Yeah.
independence. So I feel that you're going to be able to do it. But just, it's going to be a little bit of a delay. It may take some time, but just hang in there and keep manifesting it. You're going to get it.
Yeah. Corey says I'm also consider moving to Colombia. And that feels
I
kind of
know he's
strong
thought of
too.
that too. I don't know why you can't do both, Corey.
Yeah.
You could do that and then move to Colombia.
All right. Do you want to throw a card for the collective group here?
Yeah.
What advice and guidance does Spirit have for us at this time? For all of us? I always enjoy reading with you, Deann. It's always so much fun, and
I like reading with you too.
it's always just like, I don't know, kind of like going home and just like that, the friendship and the happiness, like with when the two of us get together. It
Yeah,
just
it's just
feels good.
hanging out with my friend. I don't sit there ever and be nervous about reading with you. It's just I
No,
get
it's
to be
so
with my
easy.
friend, and
Yes.
everybody in the chat. I feel like they're our buddies too, and we're hanging out with them. So I enjoy it. It's fun for me.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I got the magic touch. So I'll read you. It says, when you awaken to the spiritual laws of the universe, you begin to understand the invisible field of potential that's right at your fingertips. The key is to align with this energy throughout your intention and faith. Think of your intention and faith as a current of a river. It cannot carry you if you're trying to swim upstream. Once you stop trying to swim against the current and instead flow with it, magic happens. The appearance of this card indicates that you are learning to flow and align with the universe. You have access to magic all day, every day. Magic is a part of your divine nature. It is inside of you. This card shows up for you today because right now you have the Midas touch. You are accessing true magic from deep within, well of infinite intelligence, and can create magical events in your life. If you are currently in a situation that looks hopeless, expect sudden, rapid change for the greater good of
Mhm.
everyone involved. Expect the best and you will receive it. Start new projects, change employment, or enter into a new partnership. Now is the perfect time. And we got that a lot about people manifesting things
Mhm.
today. That goes along good with everything we were reading on today.
It's a very powerful time for people to manifest. I can't tell you how many people that I'm reading that, are just letting go of the things that are no longer serving them, jobs, homes. It's a time of transition for a lot of us late workers, and focusing more on the things that make us happy and the things that we're passionate about, and not settling for things that kind of weigh us down. It's kind of just letting go of those things that no longer serve you. And it really, since COVID, I think it's been a really transformational time for us. There's that shift going on right now. My message for everyone, Spirit sending a postcard with love, and there's a beautiful little cross on that. And the message is, dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. Isn't this fitting to exactly what you just said?
Yes.
Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones that we want you to keep thinking. They have less frantic quality. They're stimulating in good ways and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think, loving you so much. And that's really the key to manifesting, is letting go of the fear and focusing on those things that you want to create, or those qualities that you want to have in your life, being those qualities and having the confidence in it, and letting go of the fear-based thinking, just kind of letting go and getting out of your own way. And part of meditation and kind of just going within and figuring out what serves you and what you want in your life. So I got goosebumps with that card, and I think it
Yes, because
really.
those cards, I need to hear them too. Those cards were for me too, and it's nice to have these friends, and that we can remind each other when one of us gets down in the dumps, or
Mhm.
starts doing that what they call stinking thinking.
Yeah, and
It's
I
nice
love
to have
that.
friends that can lift you out of that.
Mhm. And I love that Sharon's. I when I manifest and or I'm trying to attract the qualities that I want for my life. I think an I am is really
Yes.
powerful. I am this, and letting go of like the fear or the doubt with it, just really identifying with what you want. I am this, and that being powerful with that manifestation too,
Yep.
manifesting that. So um, but yeah, that feels good, and I think that message was kind of replaying a lot during our readings today. We kept getting the Four of Swords and the Hermit and cards like that. So
Yeah. It's
anyway, Deann,
amazing how when that final card always ends up being exactly what you were talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, it's wonderful when that happens. So everyone, please make sure to hit the thumbs up if you're watching from mine or Deann's channel, or if you want to give us both a thumbs up, that would be great. And make sure that you're subscribed to both of our channels. Deann Shield Maiden Tarot, Kevin Loving Vibrations. Let's get our subscriber counts up, because we both offer giveaways when we hit certain goals. So, Deann, if anybody would like to how do people get a hold of you if they'd like a reading?
They can get a hold of me by my email. It's Deann's with an S. So there's going to be two S's on this. Deann's Shield Maiden Tarot at gmail.com. You can go to my page and hit about, and it's on the description page there too.
It's in the
And
description box of this video as well.
yeah, and on here too.
And if you'd like a reading or a Reiki session with me, you can send me an email at kevinlovingvibrations at gmail.com. kevinlovingvibrations at gmail.com. I will say I'm a little busy for the next week or two. Thanks to Susan Lynn and allowing me to be on her show. That's I've gotten quite a bit of new subscribers and a lot of people
She's great.
reaching out. So yes, Sharon, Kevin, 10K by the end of the year. That's the goal. So I think it will be close one way or another, but
I'm working at 4, and when I get to 4, I'm giving
awesome.
away 4 half-hour readings. So
And when I hit 10, I mean, when I get to 9 and 10, we'll be doing some giveaways with readings and Reiki, but also too, we'll have a channel celebration night with some of our favorite readers, and Deann, of course, will be included in that. So,
I
all
better
right.
be, or I'm coming to Ohio.
All right, you guys. I hope you all have a good night. And me and Deann are sending you a lot of love and blessings, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.